As you all have probably seen, Max Verstappen wouldn't start his media session until a journalist that he didn't like left. That journalist asked him a question last year that he didn't like and clearly still bothers him to this day. Let me read you the question. Max, you lost out to Lando by just 2 points. What do you think now about the incident with George Russell in Spain? Do you regret that looking back in hindsight? And apparently the guy had a little shit-eating grin on his face, which definitely didn't help the situation. If you don't remember what happened last year in Spain, let me give you a little recap. Because I remember watching that incident happen, I was like, bro, what the fuck? Max, really? So there was a safety car, everyone was pitting, Max included. He was put on hard tires, which I'm sure we all questioned, and I'm pretty sure he did too. But I think those are the only tires that they had available, so that's what they put on his car. Anyway, at the restart, Max was already bobbing and weaving and everything because his tires were not heating up fast enough. Shaw overtakes him, George comes to overtake him, but then Max goes off, and then he comes back in front of George. Max is told to give the place back to George. Max is like, no, goes off on the radio, of course. He's pissed. So as George is trying to come through and pass Max, instead of letting him through, Max collides into George. Max was given a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision, which he deserved. I personally say he deliberately did that because he was upset. You're supposed to let him through, and as he's coming through, suddenly your car collides into his. Yeah, okay. People are saying the journalist is just rubbing salt on his wounds, trying to get a reaction out of Max, which I do believe he was trying to do. But so he's doing his job as a journalist. He literally just asked him a simple, valid question, regardless of how many times he was asked the question. It is what it is. It's media. You're going to get asked the same question 10 billion times. And it was a valid question for something that did help cause him to lose the championship. It wasn't the only thing that helped cause him to lose it, but it was one of the things that he deliberately did that helped cost him that championship. All Max had to say was, I'm not answering that question, you know, if he was that upset about it. I don't think it's the journalist's fault for taking advantage for something that Max did, in my opinion, on purpose. Because if he didn't do it, then there wouldn't be any headlines. Maybe he shouldn't have crashed into George because he was upset, and then maybe this wouldn't be a thing. What I'm seeing is he can be a menace to others, but as soon as someone matches his energy, it's suddenly a problem. Max fans, they have a problem. It's like, bro, you know who you're supporting. If you can dish it, you should be able to take it. It's such a weird grudge to hold on to, in my opinion, but am I surprised? No. But I bet if George made a decision like this, he'll be called soft by Max fans. But Max isn't for making an emotional decision. I don't know. I'm just going based on what the fans are saying. Anyway,